But we got YTS Gucci Boy in this bitch, man.
Yes, sir.
One and only, my brother, my dog.
That's my brother, man.
Let me make sure everything is
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Every time, man. Every time.
This is the Pondra Show. My name is Ronan Okwara. I have a special guest in the studio, a hip-hop artist, singer, songwriter. Certainly he is one of the young artists in Melbourne hip-hop scene, making a footprint of his own in the genre.
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
You got something to YTS Gucci Boy.
YTS
Yeah.
fucking Gucci Boy.
You already know the name, man.
Come
if you
on,
don't know
man.
the name,
You like.
you're liking right now.
Come
YTS
on now,
Gucci Boy.
YTS Gucci Boy.
The name's been out for a very long time.
Come on now. Easy, I'm a backup dancer. It's Tensky in this bitch, man. You know what it is.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, who do you bring? The energy is good.
Come on, man. But the ball, Tensky, artist myself. But you know what I'm saying? We here for YTS. Y'all see me one time, but YTS, my brother, bro. Best, honestly, one of the top artists in fucking Australia right now. Y'all need to tap in if you ain't already tapped in yet. You
Yes,
whack.
sir. Yes, sir, man.
The
Tapping
footprint is deep.
10 ski.
He got
It can
size
be
12s. He got size 12 on his feet.
Thank you, boys, for coming to the studio.
No problem.
And, you know,
Anytime.
in these times, tricky times for hip hop.
It is.
When you know, a diss song, win 4 Grammy awards.
I need a Grammy.
Yeah.
Man. I need a Grammy.
Don't hate, brother. Don't hate,
Never
brother.
hate, brother.
Yeah, but they're weird times, yeah. What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I didn't watch the Grammy like that, but due to the way everything works, honestly, there's so many people that deserve the Grammy. There's some people that should not deserve the Grammy, but I mean, you gotta respect the art and everything that they did. But this example, Beyonce, she won the country music.
Crazy.
How do you win countries like?
They always say country music was started by black people. That's what they
They
say.
do say that, yeah. I hear that
And
too.
jazz and stuff like that.
That's the history that I'm about to learn in uni.
Yeah.
I'm about to find out.
What about you, 10?
It's very interesting. With the Grammys, I think, like, even the biggest artists, I think Drake actually came out, won a Grammy, and had a conversation on there, and it was literally saying, like, look, these Grammys, that not fake, but they're fake, because at the end of the day, there's going to be a bunch of people in the executive team that are going to make that decision. It's not dependent on, you know, really what the public feel like. It's depending on what people say. So at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing is, as an artist, be very content with yourself. Whether you win a Grammy or not, the Grammy ain't everything. There are definitely artists up there that deserve it. I'm not gonna lie. Doechii, oh my god, creative as fuck. She won a couple Grammys, I think.
Yeah, she did.
Amazing. But there are other artists that maybe not shouldn't have deserved it. But I don't think as an artist you should depend on a Grammy for your self-worth. If people listen to your music and generally love your music, I think that is a Grammy in its fucking self. Personally, I think that is a Grammy right there. People relate to your music. People love your music. So,
Gucci, are we on our way to a Grammy?
Right now,
Or you don't like that type of marketing?
honestly, that type of marketing with a Grammy and all that kind of stuff, it's too much.
shut up.
too much.
Shut the hell up.
Too much.
Let me answer this
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
This guy, bitch
We
ass.
want a Grammy,
Nah,
brother.
Gucci.
We want a Grammy from you.
YTS Gucci Boy, bro. You going? What are you chasing? You chasing greatness, and you know what comes with greatness? This man gonna get a fucking Grammy, whether or not.
Academy. That's what
He's
they call
gonna
it. They're
earn
going to
it.
study you.
That's it.
Bro,
That's why
YTS
it's called
Gucci Boy.
Academy.
Tell you, bro. You guys wait your patience, man. He's been working. He's been a seasoned artist, man. He gonna come out. He gonna get a freaking Grammy, bro. So y'all wait for that.
Why call yourself YTS Gucci Boy?
Honestly, when it comes to that YTS Gucci Boy, originally, I'll tell you guys the original story. Original story started as a young trap star.
All right.
That's how I started off. And
You were trap.
I was trapping. Trapping doesn't mean like you're doing something.
No, the music genre.
As music wise, it's not that. It's mostly we are focusing on just being always outside there and always having fun. Young trap star. And then converted as I got older, converted to young talented star now, because start to realize that, I mean, we are young and very talented.
All right. Was that your only name? Because I know when people are coming up, they have different stage names and stuff like. Probably you're called like the Young Jeezy or whatever.
Young Jeezy.
What was your original? You know,
OG.
The one you started with.
OG.
And why did it change?
Ooh, that's good, very good. The OG name, when I started recording my music on my iPad, it was King Dooku.
King Dooku.
That's the very original name. That's a very, very original name. I didn't know what to go with. And then the Gucci Boy came along first before the YTS. So Gucci Boy came first.
Then
Yeah.
YTS.
Then the YTS. And I all put them all together. Yeah.
All right. So why Dooku? Is it the one from Star Trek? Because there's General or something.
Duke is like just my last name. It's my last name. I just my
Oh,
last name.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself then.
Yeah.
Where were you born? I mean, you were born in Melbourne and born and bred, or tell us about yourself.
Man, I was born in South Sudan. I was born in South. To be exact, I was born in Uganda. I'm a Uganda baby. I was born there and then moved down to South Sudan, somewhere in it's like a village. It's close to Yei. If you guys know Yei,
he's a village boy.
Yei, that's what you were. I grew up as a good village boy. Small story about me. I was also grew up in a farm. I was kind of like a farm boy.
You were a farmer? Were you a farmer though?
Yeah.
Like, were you a farmer? Did you farm?
I was taking care of the goats.
You were
the sheeps. I was a shepherd.
So you was in there as a kid. You was in there.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I was in there, man.
If you watch my Instagram, you will see that I'm a farm boy.
You're a farm
I
boy?
just got fat, man.
like
I ate too much. Yeah. I grew up in I grew up in the rural areas. It's called Chiwi in Zimbabwe. It's like dry area. Nothing is there.
Yeah.
Everything dies.
Everything dies.
We got we got with a couple farmers in here. Huh?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, that's legit my story right there, man.
How did you migrate to Australia?
Man, the way I migrated was through, honestly, I would say that was God's plan. I'm not gonna lie, like plainly, that was just God's plan.
All right.
I always had, since a kid, I always used to have this, I don't know if people know this, deja vu. I had a deja vu with I had like 2 years in advance, I guess, because deja vu kind of like, it's meant to be for like a certain time period. And I had like 2 years in advance deja vu that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come to Australia. Telling my friends, back in Africa. And they're like, no way, you can't. Yeah. They didn't believe me, obviously. They don't know what I was talking about. I never mentioned Australia. I just said, I'm gonna be somewhere. Just not gonna be here. Just somewhere. And then 2 years later, what? Ended up being in Australia.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
When did you start noticing your passion for music, and how long did it take you to decide that you were going to go professional? I mean, like, start recording and stuff like that.
First, when I started music,
your passion for music,
passion for it, the passion for it just came out.
Because sometimes I was in grade 5, I think.
Yeah.
Or I was in year 12 or something like that. Yeah.
My one, it was never started when I was young. It was always started in my teenagers, like roughly when I was 18, 17. That's when it started.
Wow.
When I wanted to do music. And it wasn't something that was openly, because my parents were like, you know what, you gotta go to uni, you gotta do this.
Wow.
You gotta do that.
I was going to go in there.
Yeah.
Because African parents are always like, school first. This is you move out here, you start working, then music.
This is what you do.
Hey, yo, can I ask a question myself? I know.
Yeah, you do.
But
Please.
what was your inspiration for it? Because I didn't even know this, and I hang out with you way too damn much. So what was your inspiration?
Thanks, Dan.
You started later.
Thanks, Dan.
Inspiration for music is, I guess, it's very deep, because the way I started off, it was kind of like, there was a lot of stuff. Age of 17, 18, you always go through a lot of stuff. Anxiety, depression, whatever you want to name, all that kind of stuff, right? Just one of the things I was going through it, didn't know how to cope with it, didn't know who to talk to, didn't know, even though there's family around, even there's friends around, sometimes you just kind of go to your own self, to your own zone. So music just became the therapy for me. So it became the therapy for me. Every day I'm like, you know what, I go to the studio, I got to express my feelings, and every day I want to go back because it allows me to express my feelings. So every time I keep going back, I record something, I let the feelings go.
Also, you were already allowed to go to the studio.
I was
okay, so I want to get this one. How did you manage to get a studio to record?
Actually,
because that's the tricky part.
You
can just record in your bedroom, just do some stuff.
That's true.
How I started off pretty much, man, like I said before, I recorded mostly my iPad, and then one day I decided to go to a studio in South Yarra with one of my mates. Hey, shout out to Eric, man. But yeah, we caught a train. I remember that time, caught a train, ordered to the city, went to South Yarra, and I'm like, I want to record this song, South Battles. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I want to record it. We ended up recording it. It was late night, recorded it, came back. They weren't really focusing on my recording. They were just like, whatever. Just cut it off halfway, you know what I mean? So I never got to finish it. And then my mate Kumari. Shout out to Kumari Burn City Studio.
Shout out Kumari,
Shout
man.
out
The
to Kumari, man.
goat.
Burn City. I know
Burn
they've got a
City Studio,
podcast, yeah?
Yeah.
No.
different-
Burn City is a raga one. Is a reggae one.
Burn City is a studio as well. That's what you're talking about. And then Burn City podcast is a
Is
newly
a
formed
different
thing with
one.
the homies. Daniel,
okay,
shout out
okay,
Daniel.
okay.
So, pretty much Kumari came up with a Burn City Studio thing idea, and I wanted to record. Right, didn't have the money for it, but
How much were they charging?
He was charging a fair price, pretty much, or I can say like $100 an hour, or probably like $50 an hour. But it wasn't the thing that he saw wasn't the money. He just saw like, well, you got a passion, you got talent. Come through the studio. I'll give you like 2 sessions, record it for free, and you can see it for yourself. Recorded side battles. He really liked it. He's like, you know what? Next time I come to the studio, he's like, don't worry about the money. You got it. Don't worry about the money. Just later on, we can worry about that later. So started recording more. Started going to him. That's. I just stick to it. I stick with him the whole time, just recording with him. So yeah.
Next question, probably you've already answered. That's what I was going to ask. How challenging was it to get into the hip hop scene and to get your name out there? What was it that pushed you to start the academy? Because I hear there's YTS Academy.
YTS Academy, that's it.
Yeah, man.
And that, everything falls back to that, because the reason why I actually started that, because going to the studio was the hardest thing. Money was the hardest thing to have. Exposure was the hardest thing. There was so many obstacles that I had in my way that I had to really think. And then the YTS Academy came from the idea. I'm like, you know what? I don't want anyone to ever go through that much of a struggle, that much to get connection, exposure, all that kind of stuff. If I have the connection exposure, I can able to give out this connection exposure, so no one has to start from kind of like scratch and find their way all the way up. So that drove me to want to start up the YTS Academy and able to put everyone together. Like, you know what? We're all artists, we're all producers, we're all doing something. We might as well all come together and work something around, you know?
So how many people are in there?
Right now, we say
What do you do?
32 people. We don't really, like right now, there's not much going
Still
on.
startup.
It's still startup, but I can tell you that right now, everyone's kind of like the idea that I wanted to do was everyone to communicate and able to like, communicate with each other.
A startup place.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it.
We have a YTS Academy group chat. Thank God, I'm blessed to be put in that one, and it's very active. It's very active. Obviously, I think Gucci and the team as well have a lot of plans to do with that academy as a whole, but the group chat as well, we've seen a lot of benefits from it. A lot of artists communicating each other, a lot of artists are doing collabs, DJs for shows, sets. A lot is happening in that, and it's constantly growing as well. Like from when it started, from when I joined, I wasn't even there at the very beginning. But from when I've joined, we've had a lot of very talented members, a lot of different people. Hayden, the new level, we ended up getting artists on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how much it's growing. So I think next 5 years,
YTS
so
Academy. How do we access it?
Honestly, to access it, I just pick people randomly. People that always ask for advice or ask for maybe for something that maybe for like, how do you get all these shows? I'm like, you know what? Let me put you in this group chat. Someone there might have what you need in that group chat, so you can have to search for yourself also.
So I think that's one of the biggest part of it, the eagerness, because there's a lot of artists in this world as well.
Ego,
and it's the people that really want it are the people that are gonna get the opportunities.
You just finished it,
but that's it. The eagerness, because everyone's an artist. Let's be honest. You look at your Instagram right now, you're gonna see 300 freaking artists. Some of them ass, some of them not. But even the ones that are not ass, the ones that are good, that doesn't mean anything anymore, right? You have to have the passion for it. You have to work hard to get it. A lot of marketing. So that's what the team is looking for. That's what YTS is looking for. When people get added to that.
Do you have a website?
Not yet.
You should have a website.
It's gonna come very
Get
soon.
the government to fund it and stuff.
We're actually looking at it right now. Ain't that right, YTS? Tell them about that. Come on,
You know what?
Come on.
With that idea, so that's legit. Eventually, we're gonna get back to the same question, but this is the reason why I want to go to uni. If I get my degree for music, and if I get my certificate for youth work, I can able to combine them together and open up the YTS Academy officially for people to be able to go. So they can have a place, maybe rent out a place, but like once a week, everyone can go there, communicate together, actually being in that present moment and able to actually knock down obstacles down together.
What's the big goal of YTS Academy for you? What do you see it as in 5-10 years? What is the biggest goal for YTS?
YTS Academy, if it becomes a home for the industry. That's the 5 years plan. It's not something that for the industry they're searching for. Obviously, artists that can provide them money, can bring them something into. But YTS Academy, it's you bring your talent, you bring your hard work, and you bring your work ethic into
Your
it.
passion,
You know,
yeah.
you bring everything on one place instead of worrying about this, the money, the finance, the whatever's going on. It's kind of like, let's focus on whatever's important right now,
Yeah.
because everything just falls after it. Literally, everything falls after it. Yeah.
Really quickly, you guys continue. I'm gonna have to go urinate.
Yeah, take your
Just
time.
let y'all know.
Take your time. I was gonna ask him the question, but move out.
No, let me go do that. Y'all can continue. I'm gonna go let that out.
Yeah.
You gonna let down now, man.
How long has it been around, YTS Academy?
YTS Academy, it only been around for a year now.
All right.
Yeah, a year now, and pretty much just the way it started, it was beautifully done. Like it was just like that idea. I never thought I should bring it to life. You know, I always had it, thought about it, but never put the passion.
From your
on
own
it.
experience.
Yeah, from my own
difficulties,
experience.
Yeah.
Own experience, brought everything together and be like, you know what, guys, we have a place, a home for artists, for everything that we need in one place.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Back to you. How much support did you get from your family? I mean, like, we were talking about this before.
Yeah.
Not stereotyping black people, black parents and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you know, they always say finish school first, and, you know, anything else accommodated and stuff like that. How much support as an artist, as a hip-hop artist, how much support were you getting, or how much pressure to prove yourself?
Honestly, start with the family.
Yeah.
Family, parents. Parents weren't very supportive until this day. They're not supportive, and I would say that cold-heartedly because they still haven't been supportive. But with my siblings, they weren't supportive either. But over time, they get to see the growth. They get to see why I want to do it, and they get to see that I'm actually in it doing it right now. You know, when I do a show and they come to the show, like, that can be my brother right there on the stage, the same person they want to do. So they kind of fell in love with my passion too. You know what I mean? They want to be there. They want to support. When's your next show? I want to come out. But with the parents, it's not the same thing.
We should as parents, because you're going to be a parent as well.
Yeah, eventually.
I'm a parent at the moment.
Yeah.
And I see how life is.
Yeah.
Because when I was growing up, it was school.
Yeah.
Then you're like, nah, just wait. Just calm down.
Yeah.
Not only school brings success.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
There's many things.
clever minds
That's it.
bring success.
That's true.
Strategy brings success. Passion brings success. So I think as time goes on, we need to sort of like, I think us, your generation, my generation, I'm older, but we should start changing the perspective view of things.
That's true. I agree on that. That's one thing that I've been trying to tell like the parents, and I've done with doing that. I'm like, you know what? Since you guys won't believe it, I'm gonna start doing shows within my community. So then later on, when other kids are watching it, they'll be like, okay,
because you get a lot of support from your community, brother.
That's it. Actually, I was saying the community weren't very supportive, but you kind of have to be in it, doing it, for them to be able to believe it and to be able to see it for themselves. You know what I mean? If you say it, you can just say it. But if you're actually doing it within it, and I did a show with Emmanuel Jal. I did a show with him with the South Sudanese community, and the event was crazy because they never expected like the South Sudanese kids, like the African kids in general, out there actually doing something for themselves. So when I started performing, all the aunties and uncles and all the kids, they were just like
mesmerized.
Memorized. You know what I mean? They're like, you know. So I hope that if any of the kids were watching there, they can just like be like, okay, one day I want to do something. Doesn't have to be music.
What would you tell someone like a kid who's watching you at the moment?
I would say, do what you love, because then their parents will tell you what to do, which is fine because they're trying to find you something that is suitable for you for your future also. But they also need to reflect on, okay, what does the kid want, and then dissect the exact same thing, dissect the passion that they want, right? To see the good and the bad. If it's more bad, maybe you can take them to a different direction. If it's good, you can able to help them grow from there.
Because I find as Africans, we are bad at sporting the best thing for the kid.
That's it.
We just want school. This kid is good at soccer. No, school first, then he can play soccer after. You're like, no.
And I feel like if they do enjoy what they love, 100% they'll be there every day. If you set a kid to go to the uni and they enjoy uni, every morning they will be there every morning. We have no complaint. They won't even complain to you like, I don't want to be here or nothing. They will be there every morning, and that's something that right now I've spoken about the uni. I chose that for myself.
That's for yourself, of course, for the music. And
I will be there every morning for it. And
I love you. I love your mentality, brother.
Thank you.
So I was minding my own business,
Yeah.
in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
I told you I come from the rural areas.
Yeah.
I saw this promotion coming in, and you're promoting, because actually, when I left in Melbourne, for you, because obviously the song probably it was there for a long time.
Yeah.
We were listening to Special and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then when I got to Zimbabwe, probably 4th of January and stuff, either December or something, because I was in Zimbabwe early December.
Yeah.
You're promoting Spanish feel of a song, brother.
Yeah.
Congratulations, eh?
Thank you on that.
Spanish feel.
Yeah.
Eh? Yeah. Hey, what's the name of the song?
Ya Shabab.
Ya Shabab. What does that mean?
Ya Shabab in Arabic means Shabab means boys, group of lads.
All right.
Group of men. You know? So Ya Shabab means just means how do you say Ya means like listen here. Yeah, listen here. You know, it's just a way of saying that. But
how did you get the collaboration with Jamal?
Honestly, the collaboration, I hit him. I'm like, look, I have this track that I reckon you suit for it. Even though it was kind of like Arabic, but I didn't want to kind of like direct it to in an Arabic lane. You know, I want to direct it to. I want the word Ya Shabab to go in many directions. It can be said in many languages. Like,
all right,
listen here, boys. This is the party. This is what I do. Enjoy our time. Just enjoy the moment. So
it's enjoyable, even
enjoyable moment. Yeah,
Zimbabwean way.
Yeah,
Arabic way.
How you say
Spanish way?
How you say Shabab in Zimbabwe?
Don't look at me.
Yo.
Don't look at me. I'm going to the UK, man. I'm the last person to look at it. I know this book.
You only know the few words. So you say Ya Shabab.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
So
a group of men who are enjoying.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, how do you say the boys in Shona?
Yeah.
How do you say like the boys, the lad? You know what I'm saying?
It's not like saying your boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, that's it. Gang up. Team. We've got a little bit of more slang. We got like team, whatever. You know, you don't have a specific one. Makomana.
Shona H, bro.
It's difficult.
Shona,
it's complicated.
You guys reuse the words. Yeah, Shona, you reuse the same words in different contexts. The way you say it changes the meaning.
It can be different. When are we getting the visuals, brother?
The visuals?
We want some Spanish ladies over there.
Spanish ladies. Hey. Come on now, sing this shit.
For that one, it's gonna be a good work in progress because I have 2 tracks that I consider, for me personally, I think are really good, which is Habibti and Ya Shabab. Because just the way
Habibti is too
Miss me on the road when you're tipsy.
So it was kind of like we Ya Shabab and Habibti. It's kind of like I'm going back to my culture. I'm going back to my language and kind of like implying that with my music and saying like, look, guys, I can rap in English any day. I can do it anytime. But also I want to rap in Arabic to show you guys that back home, you guys can also listen to it and be like, okay, I understand exactly what this guy's saying. You know,
appreciate too.
That's it.
Where you come from.
That's it. Appreciate it, and also add that within your, your uniqueness as a person, adding that to your personality. As it's a very
it's very authentic. That's what I use, authentic, but very authentic.
That's the word.
That's the right word.
Yes,
I couldn't find it.
English
is my second language.
We got the brain. Zimbabwe brain transfer. We have that on authentic.
Yeah. So the visuals are coming soon.
The visuals coming soon. Well, there's a
10. Will you be there?
Me, he already knows. I'm always there for his shit.
Yes,
he's always there for mine. We as a team, so wherever he is, best believe I'm most likely gonna be there unless I'm dead in my bed or something. That's the only time I'm not gonna be there.
No ways.
My brother, my partner.
No ways.
Sure.
All right, so I think we talked about a lot of things. I'm sort of like strategic. I kind of type all these things, and let's see. We talked about Ya Shabab and how many albums do you have so far?
I got roughly about 5 or 6 albums.
Yo.
And the reason why I actually did that, it was one of the things. First, when I dropped my first album, it was like I was worrying more of like, let me get a lot of views. Let me get.
How long have you been in the industry for?
6 years now, 6 years and a half. We're almost going to 7. And every single journey of my albums, they always have a story behind it. And I always write down in my notes and phone. So my first important album, which was I would say there was another ones, but I would say the special ones. Straight from the Heart, Among the Stars, and then Prophecy of the Prodigy.
With the most recent one.
And yeah, those Prophecy of the Prodigy is the recent one. So those top 3 have a very big story behind it. It's kind of like I'm working currently on a small book, kind of like a guidance in life to show you certain things. So every album it relates back to that. So my next album has to be something much more bigger, and what I learned from life. Whatever I learned from life, I apply that. Any struggles, any situations.
Are we gonna get a Tensky feature on that album?
Yes, you will actually.
Yeah! It's my first time hearing it back then. It's like, hey, y'all heard
It's
that?
certain. It's on record.
It's on record.
Because
Hey, you see that
Tensky,
too?
I was surprised on your album too. Anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it
He
later.
wasn't there.
No, because that I'll quickly mention that EP I released was all from the first year of music. That's why I didn't release it on Spotify first stream platform. That was literally like the first months of me making music. So it's very different.
But I appreciate your intro, the way you
Very honest. Yeah, I wanted to be authentic.
We'll
as
talk
well.
about it. No,
Another
it's
time
not
for
this
sure.
interview. I just wanted to,
Of course. We'll cut that out.
Yo, so you said how many albums?
5 to 6 right now, if I can count.
Yeah.
Actually, 5 to 6.
Because people are afraid to release albums because they say, how the what you call it, the streaming, the streaming industry put you down and promote the bigger artists and stuff like that. What gives you confidence to keep on releasing albums?
My mentality for that is whatever I'm releasing now, it's a strategic plan for the future.
It's a part of history.
Because most people who go back want to hear how you started and the story behind why you started. So I know that even though 3 to 5 years, people will still go back to it when they listen to it. If they go back to listen to it and I go about like 5-6 albums, I already set myself up for 5 to like, I'm already ahead. I put myself ahead already. So I didn't want to stop myself from not releasing album because I'm not getting enough views. I'm doing it because the views eventually come.
They come. They always fall back down.
They always go back to it, and they're always going to listen to it. So the more I release, the more time they're going to go back to it.
I like both of you's mentality.
I honestly think it's the only mentality to have with this music.
All right.
You cannot be scared to release. And YTS Gucci Boy is a testament to that. How many can you just date? How many songs have you released since you started music? Y'all gonna how many songs?
Yeah, I want to eat that number.
On Spotify.
90, on Spotify, 30 on every platform, 92.
92 songs. That is most likely that more than your favorite artist has released.
Yes.
I'm being more than your favorite artist released. This man has released more. So I guarantee, as soon as this guy gets a song that pops off, bro, this guy is set for life because he has a record of music, 92 songs for people to go back to.
He has a catalog.
Hard.
The catalog
my days.
is
YTS Gucci Boy, my brother.
The catalog is there. So I was gonna ask you because obviously I've always seen you flossing around. The other time I saw you on Instagram, I think it was a birthday stuff. Wow.
Yeah.
Why wasn't Uncle Ron invited? I'm too old for that. At 10. Brother,
honestly,
from another mother.
I'll be honest right now. I was just into somebody.
That was nice.
I was emceeing.
That was nice.
I was too lit. I had my pants sagging
That
to my
was
knees.
nice,
So don't
then.
ask me what happened that night.
Management is good.
Management is good. Oh, really good. Very good. And I'm thankful for, honestly, 1010, Tensky, Savannah Kadam. I mean, like, what I'll say is I prayed for a team, right? I've been always working by myself and doing everything by myself. I prayed for a team and I waited, and I'm a big believer in God.
The right time.
The right time. God gave me these people for the right, perfect time, right? He gave me these people for the perfect right time. And that's why I cherish them very much because with Savannah Kadam, she, like, as a manager, there's certain things that you can do and certain things that you cannot do. But she does it above and beyond. And
Very
also,
confident. She's young.
Yeah.
confident. She's just got like that confident to just do stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
And he helps the artist. You don't have to worry too much about things.
I think the biggest thing is she believes in all of her artists. She generally sees the potential, and she loves the industry as well. So I think it was a blessing for all of us to even. I personally didn't know Gucci. I only know this man through her. That's the only time I met this man. I did not know him before. So his IG. That's it. I did not know who the fuck he was. But through her, and I got a brother. I have a friend. I have a brother through that. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
So is it worth it to have management? Because a lot of people will go like, oh, I don't need a manager or promote myself or do this. It brings like confidence in you as an artist. Yes,
it truly does.
Finds opportunity. If she sees something, she will invite you there. She has connections. If there's record company, and stuff like that.
That's it.
Do you allow her to control your social media platforms and stuff?
Yes. I mean,
I saw him complaining. I saw him go, my manager doesn't like this song. I said, that's a good song. This is good.
But it's very, you know what? We all have the same manager. We all have different slight relationships with manager.
I was talking to her. She said, looking after grown ass people is a challenge. I said, I know.
But that's what she also wanted that as well.
But she said she loves it.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's also like
she loves everyone
as well. Yeah. And people have different, like she controls my IG, she might not control his IG, but he's been in it for 6 years. I've been in it for fucking a year and 3 months. You know what I mean? Like, so it's very different, but it's also very beneficial for all of us. We all work together as a team. It's beautiful. Even this podcast, like you might have invited one person, but she's gonna bring every single one person.
Yeah, because I tried to invite everyone because I knew she was going to text everyone like, oh, we're going. Like and then she actually told me, said, look, I'm gonna ask everyone. And I said, okay, that's fine. If you want to come, she's good at that way. Communication. I told her in the interview I had with her. I said the best relationship is the one you can communicate.
Yes.
The most breakups happen because of miscommunication. Right. Just even if you feel like I don't have to communicate this. I think she tries and communicate every single thing. I said that's the best trait for a manager.
And even with yourself, you had messaged me. Initially, the thing is, me and Savanica, I'm terrible at replying. You can ask every shorty I've ever spoken to. No cap, I'm terrible at replying. But I literally. She always holds it down. Every time I get a message from anyone important like yourself, I may slack because I just suck at replying. But she always knows, but if I see this message, she'll reply on my account or she'll, you know what I'm saying? Or she'll direct.
I'll let you talk because if my wife was here, she was going to say the same. Ron is bad. Sometimes I have to check his phone. Who replied? Then she puts a like. I'll be like, what's this message? She's like, I have to put a like. You know what I mean? Like,
because the stuff that you're not good at, she'll slide in. And I think that's the same for both of us. Exactly. And that's the thing, that's the benefit for us having a manager. But having a manager in general is not necessarily the must and be all. Gucci, how many years did you go without a manager?
Man, 6 years. 6 years.
And he got himself to 10K IG followers, by the way. 6 years by him fucking self. So it's not necessary to have a manager, but I think for the shortcomings, like if you understand why do I need a manager? What stage am I at now that a manager can help me out, and if that fits in, then you get one. For us, our manager was our friend first. It wasn't like we just got a random motherfucker off the street. She was our friend. She showed interest. We both had a conversation with her. What it's gonna look like? It fit, so it made sense, and that's why we've been flourishing ever since then. So it's not a necessity. Make that clear. It's not a necessity. But if you've you've done what you need to do. You've done. You know what your shortfalls are, and you get one that fits in with your program or your intent. Then for sure it's going to be a benefit. But getting a random motherfucker off the street that says I want to be a manager is not the key, because so many people, I'm sure for you, so many people approach you. Even for me, so many people approach me saying, "Can I manage you?" It's like, no, I don't know you. Like what? Heck no. Like what are you getting from this? You know what I'm saying, as an artist. So yeah.
So I mean, like Gucci.
Yes.
What's on the calendar at the moment?
On my calendar right now, I
heard that.
We have Spicy Fest Festival coming up.
Yes,
I got tracks dropping. For my mentality for this year, last year was focusing on more shows. We've done a lot of shows. I've done last year with
Just stop there.
Yeah.
There's a camera that I need to check.
Good, do you think,
It
man?
only records 1 hour 8 minutes.
You're good. Do your thing.
Well, like, gotta record some videos. That's one thing I also want to do more. More videos. I do enjoy the videos. That's the most funnest part of music and creating music.
Honestly,
I think that one is
fun,
recording,
and it's the
so-
most tiring part as well, bro. During cap, bro, we be sweating at them shoots, bro.
Sweating, falling.
Bro, you had to shoot for a whole day. I had to shoot for 2 hours and I was dying. This guy had to shoot from
The
morning
whole
to
day?
sundown.
What was going on? The director wasn't good?
No, the director's good. It's because it's a music video, so the production different, spots different.
Yeah.
This guy did the whole day.
Yeah, it was. I still remember that day when I shot a music video for Just Like Me, and yeah, it took me ages because I went to the mountain of Daniel on Mount or Mandana or something.
Ranges.
Ranges up there. It was crazy. And then I ended up going back to the city from there just to shoot another one. So the whole day I knew like, okay, I gotta get A and B in the city because somewhere I gotta get back home, and just everything just gotta like I was saying before. Honestly, because I've been doing it for a very long time. Like Tensky said before, you don't really need a manager, but it's because the experience that I've been done for a very long time that I can. All right, I know exactly what I need to handle. Music video by next week. All right, gotta get my clothes ready. Gotta get my time schedule ready. Gotta get everything ready. So everything was I always get it done myself. But back to what I gotta say, it's always like what you bring. You know what I mean? What I need is family and friends, people to believe in within. That's what I was missing, and that's what I got. So, so I'm grateful for that. You know?
Yeah,
And more
you
to
do
that.
have that.
So, again, I'll ask, what's on the calendar?
What's on the calendar?
Yeah.
We got songs coming in. We got this year. I'm gonna be trying my best to drop 12 songs, which is one every month for the rest of the year.
One every month.
Every month. For
That's
the-
like an album.
yeah.
At the end of the year, you just boom the album. is it?
The album, and then end of the year, probably end of this year, 2025, toward like December, I'm gonna start my next project, which is like I said, every album is very important to me. So the next one is gonna be within the 2 years. What has life taught me?
Wow.
And trying to work around that and trying to create something out of that. Yeah.
So, what would you tell some other artists who are upcoming, like younger ones,
Younger ones,
if they want to get into the music industry?
One, I would say never do it for the money, never do it for the views, and never do it for the status. 3 things that always will take you in a very downhill. Because after a while, it will take you in a very dark area that you don't want to be, and you're going to be dismotivated. And you gotta your passion needs to be very strong. You need to have a foundation within a foundation. What's it? The Russian
roulette.
Oh yeah, the Russian doors and stuff.
It.
If you open them, there's another one.
That's it.
Yes.
Think about it like that. Have your foundation. So the reason why you want to make the music, right? And then have your. I was thinking about it like this. So this is why I want to. The reason why I really want to do music is because I just want to able to express myself in many ways, and also get to encourage a lot of ethical kids that look, I know we come from this background, and I know how our parents are. I know how everything works out. This is what we need to do. That's one. Second, I want to become the greatest artist from South Sudanese background. There's many great artists out there, but I want to become the greatest South Sudanese artist from my background. So that is another passion. So every time if I ever fall back in my passion and I'm lacking it, I always gotta remember those foundations one by one. Why I want to do it. What's the reason why I wanted to do it? And every time if I go back to it, then it's always gonna level me back up again.
And he got Tensky now, but he ain't gonna.
Support.
If he ain't
My
doing
Lord.
music, I'm on his ass.
Lord.
Another one on top of another.
Do you know how many friends I have? Like them ones who are known like as celebrity friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they never support the podcast. That's the thing. So you have your music, you've got Tensky, and you're supporting Tensky.
And Tensky supporting you back.
Yeah, exactly. That's the friendship I want. Not like just when I go out and we have cigar night and I've got these celebrity friends of mine and we don't do anything. I'm like, I've got a podcast. Ron has got a podcast.
I'll tell you one
thing. They never come and support.
Most people are always scared of something new.
Envious is
sometimes
some people are
that's
envious.
true.
That's true.
One,
That's
can be
true,
envious.
thanks.
Second, people will always scared to see something that they would never do it themselves, right? They would never do it themselves. So they're like, how you doing it? And I can't even stop myself doing it. You know what I mean? It comes within that. They're like, well, if you're doing it already, why would I want to support you? You know,
it's funny
It's-
because we
it's-
drink
it's
together,
very
we
interesting.
spend time together.
But
But
I
I always
always
talk,
say-
and they always say, "Oh, we saw you had so and
But
so
you always
on." You know,
say,
like,
think back. Like for me, it's always about always seeing the full perspective. If I think back to before I was doing music, the mindset I had before I had started, before I had gone through those challenges, like that's where most people are at that aren't doing the things they love in life. You know what I'm saying? Like most people in life, the truth is they're not doing the thing they love.
love.
Most people. Right, so if they see you, even if you're at the bottom, they see you doing something
they
that
just
you
hate.
love. It's
They
like,
just
bro,
like, nah,
how the fuck, like,
I'm
you know
not
what I'm saying?
doing it.
Automatically, the natural nature of a human being is to be like, you know, have a defense mechanism to that. If that be hate, if that be not showing love. So for me, it's always remembering that and being like, you know what, I'm not gonna hate this other person because I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, that's
you know, even though I think it's stupid, you're an
It's
idiot.
the same movement.
But it's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I probably had that same mindset at one point in life.
I wish I had friends like you. So. Yeah,
It's blessings, honestly. I always say
and they're good
man.
friends. I'm not saying they're
Yeah,
bad
no,
friends,
of
but
course. But
I
having
like,
people that support you is the biggest thing.
Yeah, two things in life that God is always going to bring you people that is going to last long.
Amen.
The devil will bring people that are going to teach you lessons within this period of time, right? Going to give you that period of time. So those people won't last. There's people that will 100% last because they always come with just themselves. They want to come. They want to clog up. It's like what is it? A sheep. A wolf pretending to be a sheep or whatever. That's saying, right?
Yeah.
Most people come in that form, in that sense, just to see how's everything working and how you're doing it and how they can stop. Like there's so many things going on. They might not tell you, but the actions will
That's
show
how-
automatically. Energy will show.
And then, you know
everything.
what? They might not even know half the time. I've noticed that a lot of people won't know. They're not self-aware.
but it
about
doesn't.
that.
But it doesn't affect with my friends. It doesn't affect them financially. Financially, we're doing totally different things.
Yeah.
But you know, leisure wise, because this one is something that my wife got like, you don't go fishing, so you can do it. You know? And you're not gonna go out.
I
And stuff like that.
can't swim. Let's talk about vision.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah,
But in the end of the day, they will come back and they will want to watch the interviews and they want to get involved.
they do watch it.
That's it.
Oh, it's like,
Let me go.
That's
just
it.
come. Just okay. I know you've got heaps of people following you.
Yeah.
Can you just post it a bit? But I asked one. You go like, I'll wait until you've got a good video that I like. Say, but you always say you like my interviews.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
You're like,
People
nah,
are like that.
not them ones. I'll wait for the best one.
And you know what I always find? It sounds terrible, but in African culture, it's a lot harder. As what I've noticed that. I don't know what it is about Africans specifically. It's like, bro, it takes you to have 10 mil on a video for them motherfuckers to be.
Dude,
They'll
appreciate
see
it.
you tomorrow, and they won't say shit until that
Yeah.
shit gets 10 mil. They'll be like, oh yeah, I seen that. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. African ego is something different. We gotta learn from the
is
Kawaja.
what it is.
I like the skins. The love, that's what keeps people up, man. And if one African goes up, the thing is people don't realize everyone else goes up because you're putting on for the culture. It's
Yeah.
not even about country to country, it's about the
Yeah.
culture. You know what I'm saying? You do have a great podcast. Your you know what I'm saying, that motion is going to come down to us artists as well. It's like, okay, now us African, we've been on that podcast. Wow, now people will start tuning in.
Yeah.
So it's always gonna help people, and that's what people don't understand. It. Everyone that goes up from their nation, from their color, is always gonna help. You know, it's always gonna promote
we're
each other.
gonna keep on doing it
That's
anyway.
it.
You gotta keep doing it.
That's the mentality.
It doesn't matter.
Keep doing it, regardless of who doesn't want to see it, who doesn't want to support, who doesn't.
Any shout outs?
Eventually they'll come.
Any shout outs do you have?
Shout outs. Ooh.
Come on,
Your
now.
producers?
Oh man. Shout out to my. Hey.
Tensky's here, you don't have to shout him
You have
out.
to shout me. No, you have to shout me out. You have to, motherfucker.
All right.
I'm gonna put your lights now. Shout out to Kush K.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Shout out to Kumari.
Danny.
Shout out to Danny. Oh.
Yeah,
You
that's your
got-
mom.
you got
He
Danny,
came
what
with
he's saying.
someone.
Let me tell you, sorry, Danny, what he's saying. That's his name. A great producer. A great producer I always work with, and he has the same mentality as Kumari. His beats as much as I've worked with him, he's never gone about the money. I remember I went to the studio once and he was like, I want to record something. I'm like, yo, let me buy the beat right now. He's like, don't worry about the money. I was like, that just remind me of something because Kumari says the same thing. And ever since then, he would send me beats. He would never ask me for money. He would just ask me, make sure you credit me.
All right.
Credit me for my work. And that's all you need to do. And just keep making your hits. And every beat that he sent has always been a hit. Just like me.
Beautiful.
Just like me, he made that. And for me, it's personally a hit. Ya Shabab. And there was another plenty more that probably probably wouldn't remember right now this very moment. But those, they stood out because if I needed something, I'd be like, yo, I got this type of song and can you make this beat around it? Or it's like, come up with an idea with it. He comes up with an idea, 2 days later, sends me the beat like, yeah, you got it. And then you would never have to worry about it. Like, yo, you need the full version of the beat? Yeah, I got you. I'll send it through. So that's what I was saying. Like, you know, those people, Danny, what you're saying,
Kamara,
Kush K, because our Kush K, same mentality. I always work with people that have a great mentality because there's two ways. You can work with people that can just take money out of your pocket. They don't really care what they give you. They give you a very trash beat, but you can have it because you bought it. Other people are like, nah, I don't want to give you this type of beat. I reckon you do better. So shout out to those people. There's probably a few people that I probably miss over time, but those people always stood out. Also, shout out to GS Phantom, shout out to the Gremlins, because way before I started music, those group always been around making music longer than me, and I always been around them. And every time we worked around the music thing, I would just be there and watch. And most time I'll come to the studio, and it was time even, this is a small story that I gotta share right now, because it was time that I wanted to record with them, and they're already up here. They're already in the time, they're already going crazy. I want to record, I want to like, let me jump on the track. But the one thing that they told me that I remember is like, they maybe in word, not to word, but it's kind of like saying, get better first. Get better in yourself, then you can work. I could have taken that by like, why they disregarding my talent or whatever. But I thought about like, maybe they're right. Maybe let me work on myself first. Let me prove myself to myself and to see if they want to work again. Now we end up working all together now. So
probably that's what my friends are telling me.
That's probably what it.
Probably they're telling me.
Are they doing the podcast though?
Yeah.
They're doing podcast?
Because no.
Because
it's cigars and whiskey.
If they're not doing in the same field, then it might not be coming from the same positive aspect. Not that you're saying you're homie.
Yeah, I want to hear, because now it's therapy time.
But
as man.
But 100% for him, it was like they're in the same industry. So when someone, even YTS gets, bro, this guy literally, I'm not gonna lie, very start of my music career, I deadass always tell him, I give it to him, bro, because I wouldn't have been, I'm not where I am without this guy in my life. Beautiful. On God. But it's like the people that are in that industry that have been through it, if they're giving you advice, a lot of the time is half decent. It's good, you know what I'm saying, good advice. Because if someone says get better, it means okay, they've been put in work. You're not there yet. If you hop on a track, it might do worse for your career than better. Like that's the truth. That's true. If I hop on a track with freaking Drake right now, at the skill I am, they won't hear me with millions of views. But wow, that guy was ass. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna benefit me. So that get better movement. A lot of people will take it egotistically and say, nah, you don't want me. You know what I'm saying? But YTS took it the right. What I believe is the right way. Okay, what do they mean? I'm against my craft, and now we're at similar levels that we can hop on a track, and it's seamless. It's hard, no matter what. We're both, equally talented, equally good. Because you notice. Let's be honest. You notice a track. You have a feature on a track. You notice a track. The track's hard, and then that one verse come on. You heard that before, and then you're like, oh. Oh damn! Wait, you ruined the whole song. You just pause, skip, let me get back to the chorus. You know what I mean? So we don't want that. So that advice is good. If it's for random,
I like it.
If I gotta point out the man, Tensky, first time I met him, man, we were in the studio. I remember Savannah food. I was like, I got a friend coming up to the studio. I'm like, yeah, come, man. Like, let's get it. Like, let's hear it out. Gets in the mic, it's not freestyle. I'm like, I'm like the hell, music, scary, going crazy in there. But like
he doesn't stop. He just keeps on going.
He just goes, man. Like he didn't have to think about it twice, and that's and that's something that I learned off him, because freestyling, right? There's something that has never been in my field. I'm a writer.
All right. Yeah.
He brought another aspect to my life, which is freestyling. Now I can able to freestyle and write. I can't say I'm
really good, but at least you're practicing.
I'm practicing through what he has.
Perfect.
I can say confidently, he has got a much more confident. Like freestyling, people, it's about I'm be honest, it's about confidence, right? Freestyling is honestly a lot.
I've got too much confidence.
No,
I'm
honestly,
telling you,
honestly,
Tensky.
no.
Tensky, I've watched your
relax,
videos.
relax.
People are walking in the
Relax.
street, and they start recording you. It starts like boom, boom, boom. I go like, what?
Every time I go out with this guy,
What?
Tensky.
What?
Every time I go out with Tensky, bro, we be out there, man. It can't at a club, it don't matter party, small venue. I'll be chilling. Where's Tensky? I gotta find this guy freestyling. Everyone has a camera. Everyone has a camera. Oh my god, crazy! I'm just there like I'm like nah, he got it like that, man. He got it like that, bro.
Hey, I learned, you know what it is, bro? I learned freestyling. Oh, shout out RP, man, my boy Juice WRLD. I used to watch his videos. Like, people don't know this. I used to watch his videos like freaking Netflix, bro. And he would just freestyle all the damn time. So I do that same shit now.
Man,
but
you're
like
crazy.
it's so good because it's an infectious thing. For art, it's infectious. You know what I mean? And like even Gucci might not have been freestyling.
That's what I think.
before
It's
me, but
infectious
it's
for you. You just freestyle. Well, I've got a friend called, you might know him. He's older. He's called Raphael. So every time we used to go to a lot of raga and reggae things. Every raga beat, you just have to. No. You guys, how did you think of all these, man? Every time. I love your energy, brother.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
That's something that was going in my head too. I'm like, man, this guy, how is he doing it? Like, am I missing something?
But you know what? I always say, like, freestyling it's a gift, it's ability. But you know what?
Practice.
It's practice one. But you know what I always say, like. It's a skill that I may have, but you know what? Each artist, each person has their own individual skills. That's it. I can't do. Well, I can't write for shit. I can't write to save my. You ask me to write, it's gonna be a week for me to come up with a chorus and a verse. You ask me to freaking sit down, like I can't do that, but he can do that. So he's gonna teach me, and that's I think that's the best thing about our relationship. It's a friendship.
This one I love.
It's a give and take. No one's coming in here with big ass egos, and we always have conversations. Like from our friendship, we've had our time. We've had time for beefing, but you know we definitely have had time.
With
Like
friends, that's a relationship. Relationships, you always have fights, you have always disagreements and stuff, and it comes with relationships.
Exactly.
And,
I think that's the biggest thing. When you know you come over this fight, you know what I'm saying? You come over that small, it's like, you know what? We are friends, we are brothers, and now at most, you know, forever.
you might have said whatever you said. I don't care. All right, are you there tomorrow? Yeah, pick me up.
Exactly.
You
We
know what I
don't
mean?
say nothing in the car, but when we get to the venue, back to it. Back to it. So I think that's the best thing, and I think even the thing you asked about, you know, finding people like that, God's timing. You know, I only prayed for what's best for me for my music. I would love to get it out there, and you know, I was blessed with Svanica, I was blessed with Gucci, I was blessed with OGB. I was just with a community of people that have the same idea, and that's the same. Even you, media, like you know, we're always going to support you.
Lucky to have met you. You know who got me to meet you? I was thankful for Enoch, and he didn't edit your video. I'm always asking you. I'm always asking Enoch, where is the video? I'm gonna edit it. I'm like, Enoch, don't
I'm
do
not
that.
gonna lie, Uncle. Hey, no corner. Uncle
Enoch.
My Zimbabwean brother is gonna bounce.
We need that video out.
Wasn't that 2024?
Yeah.
Uncle.
I say to the girls, I was almost about to edit the video myself, just edit it because I've got the visuals, I've got the what do you call it, the audio. I said I might edit it, but you know what? We'll take it personal, and I don't want to do that.
The thing is, I think that's it. I have YTS, you have Uncle Enoch. You have Enoch. That's your, because you know what? You guys do the podcasts, you guys talk, and you guys know each other very well. That's the same relationship.
Exactly. That's the same relationship. But fellas, thank you for coming, and
thank you.
Look, we'll have you again sometime soon. Yeah,
we'll be here, man.
For sure, we'll be back.
Don't be strangers.
We'll be back. We'll be back for 10th episode.
For sure.
You know what? We appreciate you for actually having us, because this type of stuff it's for, I would say, for musicians really good, but also to able to connect together, work together, and able to come up with something together. That's a very important part. So thank you for having us, and thank you for having us in your home. You know.
No, thank you for coming.
Really appreciate
I
it.
really appreciate
And
it.
to add on to that, like,
taking your time and all that.
yeah, and to add on, I think like I would love to say thank you for. I think the whole team obviously had the conversation with the girls, but thank you for the whole team for giving us the platform. I think as Gucci was saying, even with his music, you develop as an artist, you develop as you grow, you learn new things, you put that in your music. But having a space to actually speak about that, talk about the struggles, you know, because I think at the end of the day, all of us are here to honestly we make music to help other people as well, to impact other people. So for you giving us that platform, like to say thank you, God bless you.
No.
Forever. You know, Isaac. You know, we're gonna be big ass artists one day. We're never.
Don't forget Aqua
Don't worry. You got. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. When we get there, hey,
I'll be calling you personally. Man, guys, just to remember. Oh, no, Ron, we're busy. No, you need to come.
You know,
whatever you need.
I want to say one more thing. I remember this one time, right? Just random. I went to. I got invited for Omale's concert when he came to Melbourne before he got cancelled, right? And one thing that I noticed that I don't know how everything worked out and how I ended up in that, but when I was standing on the stage in the arena, right, I picture myself. Why would God want to bring me this very moment to stand right now on the stage to be able to see how big the arena is? You know what I mean? So I thought to myself, like, you know what? Today is Amale coming here. This is arena, but one day I'm gonna come back here and standing at that same stage and saying the same testimony to all the fans. To like, you know what? Sir. Way back then, I stood in this stage. I seen everything worked out, and that same as goes right now. You know, this very moment will always forever cherish it. And
I'll rewind this video. Now.
Rewind into it.
You're gonna see that. Hey, we want to have
the future us will be talking about this time.
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, hey, I'm gonna have a beard. I'm gonna have a beard. I'm gonna run the same seats. I'm gonna have a beard, but my mustache gonna be fully grown, and like we're gonna have this conversation. And
I think Tansky and me can't grow beard.
Don't curse me with that Zim jeans. Okay, my dad got a little bit of stubble. I'm gonna get that at one point in life. Don't worry. If not, hey, look, but they got surgeries out there.
All right, boys. I want to thank you for coming. This is a fun show. Your boy DJ Rodos. Gucci is here. Tansky.
Tansky in a bit.
Next time, brothers.
Let's get it. Until next time.